We are at Body and Soul Massage and Yoga, and we are having coffee with Milani. My name is Dianne Graves, and I am a massage therapist and a yoga teacher, and I've just recently came back to Black Point. I gotta say back because this is where I was born. And now I'm opening a massage studio and yoga practices, and we're going to have a treatment space. We're going to have room for home care where I can offer some yoga poses or anything that may help you in your recovery if you're working through injury, or you can just come for a relaxation massage. I'm offering wellness and therapeutic massages.
So Dianne, how did you get started with yoga?
Oh, well, yoga found me. I did not find yoga. I was going through a divorce, a hard time in my life, and I turned on the TV and there was a yoga instructor, and I just started doing yoga on TV, and then I bought books and I read about it, and then next thing I knew, I went to a yoga studio. I did start my yoga teacher training in 2010. And then that was my 200 hour. And then I went right on the next year to my 500 hour. It took me another 4 years, I think, to complete that. And yeah, I did some other trainings in between there, but it was a good journey for sure, and a very deep part of my healing. So yeah. Well, in the yoga, I incorporate meditation and pranayama, so the breathing exercises, and that really helps you to connect and bridge from the mind to the body. It's a really intricate part of yoga. We move our body, we also are moving energy. So if we have that stuck energy and those anxious feelings, yoga can help you, especially in this time, to move through that. And it really can change your whole day if you start with a yoga practice. Yes, definitely. You need to take it slow and only work within your own body, because we all have different life experiences. We all have different bodies and different abilities. So we only want to work within our own abilities and work with what feels safe, good in your tissue and in your body.
Yoga practices be then modified, let's say?
Yes, definitely props. And again, in these times, we can't really share our props, but props I love using my own props when I do yoga practices. And I highly recommend that you get, at least a block and a strap. And even a blanket is a good prop. It doesn't have to be expensive or fancy, but just a few props, and just to help you maybe reach the floor. Then you bring the floor to you. Use your block, right? It's all about modifying for your own body. And I really stress that in any practice, that you pay attention to your own teachings of your own body, and not have to look at other people or compare yourself, but really just find your own speed, and through the breath work. If you're breathing, then you're doing yoga. Pranayama, so the breath work. Yeah. So the breath is definitely the connection from the body and the mind. So we can use that bridge, the breath as a bridge. So when we're really in our head and in our thoughts, but we're not paying attention to what our body, because our body has such an innate wisdom that we've forgotten. But when we can get out of our heads and start paying attention to what our body has to tell us, then we're actually better off for it. Our body can come to a state of healing. We can come to a place where we know how to feed our bodies. We know how to, when it needs rest. But we work through pain, we work through exhaustion, and we haven't even stopped to realize that we're breathing. So when we do pranayama practices, we can get into our bodies, out of our heads, and then all of a sudden our central nervous system also responds. By the parasympathetic nervous system starts to give us that rest and digest rather than being in the flight and fight mode. So we're just really tapping into our own body systems just through breathing. When our breath is fast, our mind is fast. But when we take those longer, slower, deeper breaths, our mind becomes calm. Now, like the yoga, I'm doing one-on-one. I can make it a part of a massage and then the yoga, just to find balance once we get an idea of, what it is that you want to work on. If you're healing from an injury, get very specific in what your home care should look like. If you're new to it, beginner, then we can, we start wherever you're at, that's where we start. And we're always restarting and re-beginning. Even the most experienced yogi sometimes has to come back to the basics, always. Get in touch again with the root of the practice and the root of themselves, really get grounded, because we all can have find tension in our muscles, get up in our head. Daily stresses. We all know we're living through a pandemic, and that doesn't help. So it's very important that we do these practices. So yeah, if you come new to yoga, new to massage, then we start where you're comfortable and where you're at. And I just like to really get a good feel for what it is that you need. I just really enjoy getting to know somebody on a level of what they bring to the table and what we need to do to help them. I do a practice of pranasage where it's basically you're the marionette, and we do it on the yoga mats on the floor, and you're a marionette, and I move your body into yoga poses, into stretches, and then I give massage to the area, bring awareness and massage, stimulation, right, to the area, and then some relaxation. People really respond well to that as well. They feel, even people who've never done yoga have done this with me, and were amazed at how more open they were after the practice. And the nice thing about pranasage and zero balancing, which we haven't talked about yet, but is these modalities are done if you're shy to get undressed on the table. These practices are done fully clothed. So that's another thing, that if you're not quite sure if you're ready for a massage yet, you can always come and see what zero balancing and pranasage have to offer, because it's both fully clothed. Zero balancing is a powerful body energy work. So we're looking at balancing the two, because we have structure in our body, our bony system, our skeletal system, and we also have the energy that runs our body. And sometimes that energy gets stuck. So we look at where those tense areas are, and fulcrums, what we call fulcrums, are placed in those areas, and a lot of times it's in the joints as well. So we work with the joint, and just to get their energy flowing better throughout the whole system. It's been explained that if the bone system is the mast of a sailboat, and the sail itself is your tissue, then the zero balancing is the wind that we get everything moving again with, but you need all three. Balancing was developed by Dr. Fritz Smith, who's an osteopath.
Find you. Where do we find you?
Well, in Black Point on the St. Margaret's Bay Road. The address is 8493 St. Margaret's Bay Road. There are links to Facebook and Instagram. You can, but I am on Facebook on Dianne Graves. So I'm registered massage therapist with the Massage Therapy Association of Nova Scotia. So I'm insurance billable.
Thank you so much for your time. It was excellent.
Thank you.
I love my massage.